Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to review the M5 Elite little scooter here. When I first got it, I thought to myself, is this like a mobility scooter or something like that? But it's actually much more. It goes faster than I thought it would at 22 miles an hour, has a 20-mile range. It's actually got some pretty cool little features, and it's actually really comfortable. So let's take it out on the road. I'll take it for a little spin through the neighborhood, and then I'll give you my thoughts. I'll talk about all the specs and where you can get this. They're very affordable, which is very appealing about these little units. Let's get out there and test it out. All right, so I'm taking it out on my first test ride right now, and I can tell you right now that it does feel like it's a little bit small, and that's because I'm used to those bigger e-bikes, but it's actually quite comfortable out here and surprisingly quick. It does have a 500 watt motor that gets you, well, it says on the website that it'll get you around 25 miles per hour, but I found with my size and frame, it actually only got up to about 22 miles per hour. Now I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds. So you can kind of use that as a guide. So it does kind of look a little bit small on me for my size. But they do say that it holds up to a 265 pound load, and that's you and cargo. So if you have some packages you want to haul with this, you got to add your weight plus whatever the weight of your cargo is, because it does have that back basket, which it can come in very handy. And some of these wire baskets can be rather loud and rattly. This one isn't at all. I didn't hear any rattling or anything back there, and a lot of times when there's these wire baskets, you get that. So it's kind of nice. As I look across the handlebars, there's no gears or anything like that, because a traditional e-bike would have that, but scooters don't. It just simply has a throttle. Now it does use a full arm twist, so a full handlebar twist throttle, kind of like a motorcycle. So you just literally turn the key, twist the throttle, and go. So the harder your throttle, the faster you go. Let up a little bit, the slower you will go. So it's a little bit different than what some of you might be familiar with. It does have a nice headlight with just the press of a button and a horn as well. What surprised me about this is the size of the tires. A lot of scooters in this range will have 10 or 12-inch tires. This actually has those big 14-inch tires, so that did actually surprise me. So I feel like I'm up a little bit higher on this thing than what it looked like when I first got it. Now the seat is adjustable a little bit, but only to a certain extent. The handlebars are not, so I always like to keep my seat a little bit lower because I don't want the handlebars too low on my frame as I ride it. Now this does have a pretty long range, so you do have a 48 volt, 13 amp hour battery, so you're going to get some decent range out of this. Now they range anywhere from 20 to 30 miles. Again, it has everything to do with terrain and your rider weight. They call this a cargo carrier, but again, it's a small basket back there. I don't know what kind of cargo you'd really carry, maybe a little bit of groceries, things like that. I actually put my drone back there when I went to shoot this video, so it was convenient to be able to throw that back there. I'm going to show you in a little bit. It does have a little bit of a foldable feature. So the handlebars itself are foldable, and that makes it easier to carry because you can fold that down, you can lift it up, and also can fit in smaller spaces. Normally with a scooter like this, you wouldn't be able to put it into an SUV, but you can because, again, the handlebars fold down, which just compact it down a little bit. The seat doesn't move. The seat is steady. Now you can remove the seat post if you really want to make it a little bit smaller, but for the most part, this is the size you're going to get. And they ran these at an incredible special price right now, so I had to do this video for you guys. It's something different, something unique, something I thought you guys might be interested in. All right, so you got to be honest with me. Let me know what you think about the M5 Elite scooter here. It doesn't have any pedals, so it's not like an e-bike. It is strictly straight throttle, just like a little motorcycle or a little moped like we used to call them back in the day. But it does have some features here that a lot of e-bikes and a lot of scooters don't have. So this does fold down. It's not going to fold down like a stand-up scooter because it has a seat, which is of course removable, but it still won't fold down quite as much as a regular stand-up scooter would. But to fold it down, there's a little latch right here, and all you have to do is just lift that right up, pop it open, and this goes down. Now this is as far down as you're gonna get when you fold down the handlebars, but it might give you a little extra space, and something like that can actually let this fit into those smaller SUVs or even cars with a decent sized trunk. So just that simple thing like that could make a difference for transportation. It does have 14-inch wheels. I talked a little bit about that while I was riding it. I know I talked about all the specs of it, so I won't get too much into it, but my first impression of this thing, again, is it a mobility scooter? What the heck is this thing? But it's actually quite fun to ride. So I really enjoyed it. The basket's kind of small, so I don't really see myself going and getting groceries or anything like that. But if I wanted to put maybe a drone back there and get some footage, I could take this. Some bigger e-bikes are a little bit harder to transport, and this is actually much easier to transport. In fact, I could put 3 of these in the back of my Jeep. So if I were to get a couple more, it'd be kind of a nice little option. But overall, I think it's pretty good little deal. If you like something like this, you like the ability to stand up on a platform, maybe you have an injury, hip problems. Like myself, I've got a little bit of a knee problem right now. So for me, getting around a bike is just not possible, but stepping through, sitting down, taking off, totally possible. Hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions, feel free to comment down below. Again, this is the M5 Elite. They do have a lower model. This is the high-end model. It goes a little bit faster. I'll put links to this in the description section if you want to check it out. I actually like it. It's a lot of fun. I hope you'll like it too. Thanks again, everybody. Bye.